Hey Sagittarians, seeking Sagittarians. I'd like to say thank you for joining us in Circle today, and I'd like to welcome you to the reading for January 22nd to the 28th of 2017. So, it looks like this is going to be kind of a rocky week for you Sagittarians. We have the Magician here in reverse. So the Magician here is showing perhaps a blockage of energy. Let me see if I can get this guy picked up here. It's showing a blockage of energy to be able to create and manifest. Okay, so it's like you want to create, you want to manifest, you want to bring things that you've been thinking about, um, that you've been trying to put action into, that you've been trying to put your you all these great things that you want to put time and energy into. You want to bring them to life. You want to put energy into them, but if the energy is being blocked, you don't know what to do. You don't know how. You're lacking the tools possibly to even do it. Or for some of you Sagittarians, this can also express someone who is being kind of a trickster towards you and kind of, showing you little things here and there that that have no real truth to them. It's kind of fake. It's just an illusion. It's really fake. There's no truth, and it's really just to kind of get you going, but it's not actually anything that has anything to do with anything. And yet they are tricking you into believing that it makes sense. Is kind of what I'm getting from the Magician card here. So the communication factor there is just kind of whacked at the moment. And then we get the Four of Wands, excuse me. And I want to explain to you the Four of Wands. See, because upright, the Four of Wands is saying, it's time for celebration. We've gotten through the first stages of the process, everything that we worked for. It's now coming to fruition. This is like the baby being finally born. This is like a marriage. This is like a marriage finally happening. You've done all the preparations. You've done everything you possibly could. And now celebration time has begun. Well, this is in reverse this week. So the marriage may not be happening. Everything that you've set out, everything that you've organized, everything that you've put in play, it may come out to be very disastrous. For example, what you were once celebrating, the energies that you put all this time and effort into, everything that you put your faith into, for this moment, it seems like it's going to now come to a close. It's going to come to an end. It's going to all be for naught, and so. But this is only the first stage of your life and of the project. Okay, so this is not the end all be all. This is just the first stage. It's a great time, but it's not the end all be all. This doesn't complete the end of your wheel on this journey. See, because a lot of times people think that if they get married, that completes that's what it's all about. It's all about getting married. No, there's time you need to take outside of that. There's time, there's effort that you still need to put into it. But right now, this is saying possibly that because the energy is blocked here for you, it seems like the celebration that should be happening is not happening. It seems like it seems like all the preparations, all the time and energy that you spent into this situation, it's all coming to a fault. There's perhaps the Magician tricked you. This is someone that perhaps they lied to you by saying, oh yeah, when you have that wedding ceremony tomorrow, that celebration tomorrow, such and so is going to be there, everything's going to go just right. And then all of a sudden you get there and, you have a whole bunch of people laughing at you instead, figuratively speaking. This is someone that might have been like, you know what? Yep, that promotion is happening for you. You got all the tools, you got everything there, and then all of a sudden you get over here and you're like, somebody got promoted in my position. This is that time of travel where you're trying to get to somewhere, but because you couldn't make everything happen, or maybe they tricked you into believing that everything could happen, and yet all of a sudden you get here and find out The boat is not even coming. So this is just that time. It's like you missed the bar, you missed the train somehow. Somehow things are missing. Somehow things did not end up the way that you predicted they would, you know? And it all started with either someone tricking you, or it became because there was this lack of faith in you being able to connect with the and believing that you had the tools, you know, and connecting with the energies that would allow you to create and manifest whatever it is you were trying to create and manifest into your world. Okay? And so this is just one of those tricksy times. This is one of those tricksy things about the Magician card. You know, this is almost like this got cheated out of you if you look at it that way. This almost got cheated out of you some way, somehow. This, what you're supposed to have, ended up getting cheated out of you. Okay, so for those of you checking this out earlier on in the week, try to figure out how to not let it get cheated out of you. Figure out what is missing there so you can make it happen. You have the Knight of Cups towards at the end of the week, and the Knight of Cups is saying maybe travel by boat if you are trying to travel out. The Knight of Cups could also be saying it's time for some not so new passionate emotional. This is a youthful energy, the Knight of Cups. Youthful energy, passionate and emotional. Okay, so very sensitive, someone who's very intuitive. You can see the Knight of Cups is riding out towards the moon. Okay, so very intuitive, instinctual time. So use your instincts. You know, if you're trying to travel out, maybe traveling by boat, maybe going on a cruise, maybe this is a time where you just kind of enjoy that, you know, your passion and desires, you know, in relationships. You know, maybe this is kind of a time, maybe this celebration going wrong was kind of a time for you to really take a step back and realize that your emotions, that what you have right now, though it is not as new as the Page of Cups, it is still very youthful and it's still in its growing process. It is not yet matured, but it's very passionate. That's an okay thing. This is okay, an okay time to take a step back and realize that, okay, maybe where I was trying to go, maybe I'm not there yet. You know, maybe you're not there yet because the Knight of Cups is not seasoned, it's not mature, but it's very passionate about what it's feeling and it's on its way. So have a hope. There's a hope there and a faith in that. So we get Queen Mab. Your ancient wisdom is awakening, she says. And I'm actually going to read this one because I haven't worked with Queen Mab a whole lot. So out of the Dragon Fae, we have... All right, I'm about to let her speak. She's speaking. She's speaking. Are you ready for words? She's speaking. I am Mab, she says. Some call me Queen, and it is of your independence and personal sovereignty that I wish to speak to you at this time. Each day you see and feel injustices in your world. Each time you remain mute, you allow the energy to spiral. Now is the time to make the difference. Now is the time to take back the power, the mother, the earth goddess, from whom we all were birthed, gave to you to safeguard and keep wisely. The precious gift of being on this planet. Understand that you are energy and can use more than the old aggressive ways. Use your energy and your mind, breath work, and what you call prayer, but what I call magic, to speak and allow your voice to reach others. You are more powerful than you know. When you find yourself struggling within the cage of anger and fear, breathe love and rest and revive yourself with knowledge of your own strength. Know the Dragon Fae are with you and will help you to transmit your message around the world you dwell in now. For I know and I tell you that a reckoning will be made and that you are a part of this magical planet's rescue team. Be strong, wise, stay safe, and change the world, baby. Change the world. So a little bit about Mab, so you guys know. She is indeed the queen of the old ways, and she works with the younger dragon fae to safeguard and keep the knowledge of Earth alive, and to keep the fairy realm safe from human ravages and interferences. She moves very quickly. She is electric, her energy charged at times, despairing and sad at others, and slow at others when her enormous energy becomes drained. She is fierce and so courageous, and she uses her magic to ensure her realm is safe and to safeguard humans and nature. She is often portrayed as being a queen, but her crown is of light and of energy. She is connected to our own dreams, and she ensures that what we wish for, when it comes from love and magic, comes to us. She appears to many of us in her dreams and is very beautiful. She has a flock of young dragon fae who work with her, apprentices, and report back to her on what is happening in the world in those times when her energy is too exhausted for her to travel far. She is so wise and has seen so much, and yet she is ageless. She never gives in, and she will never abandon her people, the Fae, and all the elementals. When you draw this card, you know that you are loved and protected by Mab too, that you are beloved for your unique and even odd qualities, and that blending in is not the way. Blending in is not the way. This card and Mab are for everyone who has ever ached at their separation from the old ways. Divinatory meanings include getting back to the basics of enchantment and magic, reconnecting with the old ways, and seeing them as eternal, understanding the karmic history of your area, and applying the principles and lessons in the present moment, telepathically receiving messages and trusting in them, knowing that your thoughts have energy and can have an immense impact on what happens. Think of the threefold law. Indulge in some old-fashioned magic. Believe in your own abilities and trust in the ancient ways of wisdom that run in your blood, as well as the planet's heartbeat. So working with Mab, she says to respect old magics. Learn more about the ancient lineages of magic. Okay, this does not mean to become a creature of what it is called the past, but to understand and respect magical heritage and connections. She says, ask Mab to assist you with clearly defining and deciphering telepathic information, and ask her to let you know how you can assist the Earth. Many of the creatures of this planet are now facing extinction. Mab assists them and will help you to activate others. Care for them too. Older family members may also reveal that you have a magical lineage. They may do this in subtle ways, but they shall do it. Well, my loving Sagittarians, that is the word for the week. Get back to the old ways. Check in, do some research. See how they connect to you. Okay, make your stand here as your own person. If you yourself have fallen out of the magic, so you yourself are not believing in yourself to be able to have the magic to affirm and to set intention in prayer and magic through prayer, Queen Mab is suggesting that you go back in time and that you take a look at how they did it in the old ways. And maybe you learn from that and you bring it forward. And you bring it forward. And you bring it forward. Okay, so this is a time for your own individual self, my dear Sagittarians. I love you. And I definitely hope that you are able to make this work throughout the week. I definitely hope you get a chance to work with the guide of Mab, of Queen Mab. Check her out. Do some information research on her if you like, but especially meditate on her, especially journey if you like. Do some yoga in the middle of yoga class. When you're taking a shower, just journey with her. Just believe that you're already connected to her, her energy. But just believe that. Believe that. You already are. It's just time for you to know that and set that in. Let her show you the way. Let her show you the way. Well, Of course, if you'd like to know anything, if you like to leave me a message about about your work with Queen Mab, please do. If you'd like a free personal reading from me, please send me a message. I give them freely right now. I give them freely. I give them freely. So take them while they're free, baby. Um, and of course, I will see you again next reading. I hope.